Why celebrity advice doesn't land anymore. For decades, celebrities' advice carried weight. When a famous person endorsed something, people paid attention. When they spoke about success, health, money, or lifestyle, audiences listened. Not because celebrities were smarter, but because they represented distance, achievement, and access. They had made it somewhere most people hadn't. That distance created authority. But that authority is fading. And today, celebrity advice doesn't land the way it used to. This isn't about people suddenly hating celebrities. It's about how the system that gave celebrities influence changed, and how audiences learned to see through it. In the past, celebrities felt unreachable. You didn't see their contracts. You didn't see their sponsorship terms. You didn't see how often they were paid to say things. So when a celebrity recommended a product, it felt genuine, or at least neutral. That distance protected the illusion. Today, that distance is gone. Audiences now understand how celebrity money works. They know endorsements are negotiated, posts are paid, loyalty is temporary, and promotion is transactional. So when a celebrity says, "I love this," people hear something else. "I was paid to say this." That knowledge fundamentally changes how advice is received. Advice only works when the audience believes the speaker doesn't need the outcome. Once people know someone is being paid, the advice stops feeling like guidance and starts feeling like persuasion. In recent years, many celebrities have publicly revealed or been exposed to financial instability, bad investments, failed businesses, legal trouble, tax issues, and declining relevance. Once audiences see those cracks, the authority collapses. People don't take advice from someone who looks like they're struggling to maintain control. Not because they expect perfection, but because advice implies competence. And public financial mistakes undermine that assumption. There's also a broader realization happening. People now understand that many celebrities will promote anything, not because they believe in it, but because the check clears. The product doesn't matter, the message doesn't matter, the alignment doesn't matter. What matters is maintaining income and relevance. And that realization is devastating to influence, because influence depends on selectivity. Once people realize you say yes to anything, your yes stops meaning anything. This is why celebrity endorsements feel hollow now. They aren't rare, they aren't thoughtful, they aren't personal, they're routine. And a routine persuasion doesn't persuade. At the same time, celebrities' life no longer looks aspirational in the same way. Audiences see constant pressure, online backlash, loss of privacy, endless promotion, dependence on algorithms. Fame no longer looks like freedom. It looks like maintenance. And people don't take advice from people who appear trapped by the system they're selling. There's also a cultural shift towards relatability over elevation. People want guidance from someone who understands their reality, not someone who escaped it decades ago. When a celebrity talks about discipline, struggle, or sacrifice, it often feels disconnected. Not because it's false, but because it's outdated. This is where regular content creators come in. Unlike celebrities, creators share their process in real time, show mistakes, explain trade-offs, live closer to the audience's reality. Their lives are legible, and legibility builds trust. Creators don't feel distant, they feel accessible, and accessibility creates credibility. Another key difference is dependency. Celebrities depend on brands to maintain their lifestyle. Creators often depend on audiences. The difference matters. When someone depends on the audience, they're more careful with trust. When someone depends on brands, trust becomes secondary. Audiences sense this intuitively. They may not articulate it, but they feel it. See, they trust people who have something to lose by misleading them. They distrust people who get paid either way. There's also the issue of consistency. Creators often stick to a narrow set of topics. Celebrities promote whatever aligns with their current contracts. Consistency builds authority, and inconsistency erodes it. Another factor is scale. Celebrity influence worked best when audiences were passive. Today's audiences are literate. They understand marketing, they understand sponsorships, they understand incentives. See, you can't sell illusion to people who understand the mechanics. Celebrity advice fails now because it relies on assumptions that no longer exist. That people don't know how endorsements work. That fame equals expertise. That aspiration equals trust. All three collapsed. This doesn't mean celebrities are irrelevant. It means their role shifted. They're entertainers, not guides. Symbols, not authorities. And entertainment doesn't persuade the way trust does. Meanwhile, creators fill the gap, not because they're better people, but because the system favors proximity over prestige now. People trust those who seem accountable, those who can't disappear, those who live with the consequences of their advice. Celebrity advice doesn't land anymore because the audience changed. Transparency increased, incentives became visible, money became obvious, and once people see the system, they can't unsee it. Influence isn't dead, it's just moved closer to the ground, closer to reality, closer to the people who don't need to pretend. This is Invisible Systems Docs.